down the basement, lock the cellar door, and baby, talk bloody to me. Hi, and welcome to another exciting edition of Talk Bloody to Me. I'm Matt,
And I was you.
and it's our St. Patrick's Day tradition. I've already been touched in the head by the leprechaun. I can't talk right, but we are watching, or we taught our, see? Fuck. Leprechaun 3, that's the movie. That's what we're talking about.
Yes, we already did like Leprechaun 1, 2, and now this year we're doing the third one.
Yep, it is our third year in a row of doing Leprechaun movies. And if you're a fan of the show and you've been listening, I am not shy about my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of Leprechaun 1. And
What? I thought you were.
no, I hate Leprechaun. It's like my least
What?
favorite
You
movie.
can't you can't diss Warwick Davis.
No, yeah, and like we said, it's nothing against Warwick Davis. I think Warwick Davis is awesome, and he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing in the movie. He's doing a fantastic job being a leprechaun, but man, I just don't, it's not my jam. I don't like leprechauns. So, anyway, so Leprechaun 1 is the one with Jennifer Aniston, pre-Friends, Jennifer Aniston, and also Francis from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Didn't like it. Leprechaun 2, I literally can't remember a single thing about it. I know we talked
Really?
about it just last year. I can't remember
Yeah, I
any.
was like, we just so much that Matt was paying attention.
Exactly.
God.
I remember more about Leprechaun 1 from 2 years ago than I remember from Leprechaun 2 last year. So
Well,
I don't know what
I
happened.
agree.
Leprechaun 2, that's a movie. Warwick Davis. Those people. But Leprechaun 3, believe it or not, I actually kind of like this one.
This one's in Vegas.
This one's in Vegas. This is Leprechaun Does Vegas. Next year, spoiler alert for looking ahead, next year is Leprechaun 4 in space, a movie which we originally saw, me, Aaron, and Kurt rented on VHS, and Aaron got so mad at the movie that he walked out of the room because he hated it that bad.
Yeah, I mean that's not really a good one, but we gotta do that next year. So
So we're looking so that we have that going on next year, but this year it is Leprechaun 3 in Vegas. And Vegas kind of works for Leprechaun.
yeah,
Um
it kind of does with all the lucky stuff going or lucky charm, lucky tables with,
exactly. Like
fits right in.
Luck of the Irish, gambling, gold
Yeah.
coins, casino. There's like a whole like 15 minutes of the movie where it's the main guy, Scott, played by John Gatins or whatever. And like he does a little thing, and then they show Warwick Davis as the leprechaun running down the street, and he's like, "Oh, the golden nugget! I like the golden nugget." And then he runs
Yeah.
away, and then it cuts to something else, and then it cuts back to him, and he's like, "Oh, the lucky shamrock! That's a good sign." And then he runs away, and
It's
then it cuts to
funny.
something else. It's like, yeah, he's on the town. He loves Vegas.
But I just like recognize that Coraline Williams was in there. She starred in Texas Chainsaw Massacre too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carolyn Williams, who we met. I've actually met twice at
Mm.
Crypticon. In fact, I got this ready ahead of time for those of you watching on YouTube. Here is my signed
Yep.
photo of
I've seen
Carolyn
that one.
Williams. Um, but yeah, she's in this. She starts off, she's bringing her best Linda from Bob's Burgers energy. Like she's the roulette wheel dealer, and she's like, "Yeah, bet your money. What you got? What you doing? Put it on there. What you thinking? What you doing?" And she's like,
I like her vibe in this one than Texas Chainsaw
"Yeah,
Massacre too, though.
yeah, really? You like
Yeah.
her better in this one than Stretch and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2?
Yeah, because I like her like spunky, bubbly attitude on this one.
Right? She's definitely like fierce. Like
Yeah.
she ain't gonna take no shit from no one." But she's got her big hair and her leopard thing. I almost said leprechaun. She's got her leprechaun suit. Her leopard but they're dealing the crooked roulette wheel. So this whole fiasco starts off some guy just randomly brings in a petrified leprechaun statue to the pawn shop because that happens. Why
Yep.
not? And he says, "Don't touch the amulet, damn it!" And then the guy gives him 10 whole whopping dollars or $20 for it. And he's like, "Fine." And then the guy immediately takes the amulet off, like does not waste any time touching the amulet. The guy specifically told him not to. So the petrified amulet turns back into a leprechaun, and chaos ensues. Um, what are some standout moments in your memory?
Oh my God. So like probably like it at the middle of the movie where Caroline Williams was talking to the leprechaun and the leprechaun was saying like, oh, boob job, and he like so he was like naturally like growing her boobs bigger and bigger and bigger. And he goes, oh no, no, what's just and then the lips was going bigger. It was like
Yeah.
really kind of funky looking.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, we're gonna do the booty too. And then her booty was starting to go side to side, like outwards. And I'm like, and then she's becoming like heavy set. And then she was trying to walk through the door and she ended up exploding.
Yup,
I
exactly.
mean, it's cheesy, but it's so funny.
Yeah, right? Exactly. And it's actually kind of good effects in a way. Like not
Yeah.
great, but good and kind of weird and kind of silly looking. But yeah, there's one of the leprechaun's coins is missing in action as part of the whole pawn shop fiasco. And when you have this coin, you can make a wish. And so Carolyn Williams wishes to be hot and sexy again. And so she goes from her Linda Bob's Burgers look to her really short hair, sexy dress. And she's all like, "Oh yeah, I'm hot. Look at me go, woo!" And then the
Yep.
guy steals her coin and locks her in the room. And she's like, "I don't care. I got a mirror." And then that's when the leprechaun does her thing. She gets big, crazy duck face lips at one point, and it's all weird looking. And then she
Yeah.
got her Kim Kardashian butt gets out of control.
Oh gosh.
And that's the end of Carolyn Williams. The main guy in this movie is his name's Scott. He's played by a guy named John Gatins. No offense to the guy, but he is the dweebiest, most losery looking fucking guy for a lead character that I've seen in quite some
Yeah.
time. He's got big ears, and I think they cast him because a part of the movie is that he's basically transforming into a leprechaun, and I think he kind of halfway looked like a leprechaun to begin with, which is why they cast him because he's just this goofy looking bastard with big ears. And then
Hey,
his
I mean it works with the movie.
right. And then he's dating like the magician's assistant who's like smoking hot. It's like, sure, how did that happen? And he like just goes immediately to like his big master plan is he's gonna gamble on roulette and win a bunch of money. And then he loses it all immediately because the roulette's rigged, even though it probably didn't need to be. He would have just lost his money anyway.
Yeah,
And
how do you
then
know if it's rigged or not though?
they showed Carolyn Williams pushed a little button, and then there was a magnet
Oh
underneath the
yeah.
table that went like and sucked the ball down, and then she's like, "Oh, sorry, too bad."
Oh, I
And then,
guess I didn't really fully pay attention to
oh
that
yeah,
detail.
you got to have laser focus to these key details in Leprechaun 3.
Yeah, apparently.
And then later on, when he goes to the pawn shop, uh, pawns his coin, or he goes to pawn his watch, gets involved with the whole leprechaun fiasco, ends up in possession of the gold coin, and then he wishes that he was back in the casino on the winning streak. And then he starts winning. He's back at the table, and then they show she tries pushing the button on the little magnet, and the little magnet goes whoop and falls off and lands on the
Yep.
floor. And then the pit boss comes in. He's like, "What the hell's going on here?" And she's like, "I'm trying." There you go. That Leprechaun 3, I just acted out the whole movie for you. You don't even need to watch it. So, um, one part that I really like, there's like some casino guys and the Leprechaun is playing roulette and they kind of go, they try to take the
Mhm.
dice away from him. Later on, he runs into him again and they're like, "Hey, that's the guy from the roulette table." And the Leprechaun has his shillelagh, which is like a
Yep.
club that's all big knob on one side and it's pointy on this side. And he jabs the pointy end into the guy's eye and rips out the guy. Oh, gee, throwing up just thinking about it. No, just kidding. I had to cough. Rips the guy's eyeball out, and then he has the eyeball. on the end of his
Yeah,
stick.
that
And he's
part's
like,
kind of
woohoo,
cool.
aha, aha. And you know me, I get squeamish about eyeballs, so I was like, but I handled it. I took it like a champ. It's no big deal.
Good job.
Yep.
But no, that's a good scene too. I like
Yeah.
that one.
Yep. What else happens? There's fighting, leprechaun fighting.
And surprisingly, there's only like really one sex scene.
Oh yeah, there is a sex scene in it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, there's the guy, the pit boss in question that was grumbling earlier has the TV turns on and it's like a porno and she's like, "Hey Mitch, hey," and he's like, "Oh, it's saying my name. Oh boy." And then she's like, "Oh," and she comes out of the TV and he's just like totally cool with that. He's like, "Hey, this is great because it's a porn star on top of me." But then later on, it's the leprechaun and the
yeah.
leprechaun's like it's gonna be your funeral, Mitch, and he's all like, "It said my name, it said my name," and he's like freaking out and it's like, yeah, but you're not freaked out that a woman crawled out of the TV and is having sex with you. I mean, and that's a little bit more freaky to me than the fact that the TV's saying your name. I think you got prioritized here a bit. Bless
Excuse.
you.
Sorry.
That's okay. Bless you. So I think Mitch had, but hey, he was distracted. You can't blame the guy.
I mean, if you watch, okay, sorry. If you were watching like, porno, I'm pretty sure any man, if a woman comes out of that TV, you will not enjoy that.
Right, exactly.
I
See,
mean,
see, no, that's not. I'm saying I'd enjoy it so much that later on, when the leprechaun's saying Mitch this and Mitch that, I wouldn't even notice. I'd be like, "What? Turn the TV off. Who cares?"
like, what's happening? Is this real?
Yeah,
Am I
exactly.
seeing things?
Yeah. Anyway, then later the leprechaun transmogrifies it so that it's like this robot, but it still has like a face and it still has like big rubbery tits like
Yeah,
flopping, but it's all like metal and robot-y and like that was kind of cool too. I like that. And then it electrocutes Mitch. Poor Mitch gets fried. And then I thought for a minute, man, the leprechaun really went to a lot of trouble to kill Mitch. Like he could have just
yeah.
had the TV explode in his face, but instead he had a porn star climb out of the TV naked and have sex with Mitch while he taunted him from the TV channel for a good 10 minutes before then turning the porn star into a robot, which electrocuted him. Way to go above and beyond Leprechaun. Just really making things happen.
Actually, that was like more intense, like from one and two. And that
Right?
one, what he did was like he's getting more like how to turn his luck with that scene. It's like bam, bam, bam. I was like, God, he put him through the ringer on that one.
Yep, he sure did. Yeah. I don't remember if it's Leprechaun 1 or 2, but he has a little car that he's driving. This is way better than that.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
anyway, what else can we talk about Leprechaun 2? We had the robot sex, we had the Carolyn Williams explosion, we
You said
had
Leprechaun too. We're talking about
Leprechaun
three,
3,
Matt.
whatever the hell Leprechaun this is.
We're talking about number three.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about Leprechaun 3?
There's not much to it. I mean, in number one and two
Hmm.
and three, like he's the leprechaun is more. I like how he pushes his luck further than
Yep.
the other two,
Yep.
but not so much four. But we would talk about that next year.
Yep. Oh, so one thing I thought was kind of fun was so early in the movie they set up that the guy at the Las Vegas casino is a magician and he's gonna do this magic trick with his blowtorch and it's a real blowtorch. Yeah, and then later on they show it again and he's like getting ready to do his magic act and they got it all set up on the stage and he's like blowtorch. And then they said at one point they're doing their little computer Wikipedia program on leprechauns, and it says the way to destroy the leprechaun is to destroy the gold. And so then you get to the final scene of the movie where the hero is transforming into a leprechaun, and the leprechaun, of course, tempts him by saying, "Look, here's my gold. I made it appear in front of you." So that it would tempt you, and it almost works. But then here comes the flamethrower that was set up twice before, melt down the gold. And I just was
Yep.
like, way to go do the work movie and set up that flamethrower two different times so that when it came back at the end, it didn't seem like complete bullshit. I
Right.
appreciate that.
Right.
Yeah,
It's not no bullshit no more.
exactly. I can't nitpick it.
No, you
So,
can't.
yeah. So, with all that being said, what would you rate Leprechaun 3?
Mm, I don't remember what I rated number one. I rated it pretty high. Two, I kind of did lower, but this one, I mean, I liked it, but yet I didn't.
Yep.
Um, I would say I'll more likely rate this one a five. I'm kind of like in the middle on this one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty much right there with you. I think part one I rated a one, and part two I don't even remember. I might have rated a one.
You rated
Um,
number one, the first one number one. It was that bad?
yeah, don't you remember? I've like mentioned like at least 7 times that Leprechaun is the worst movie I've ever seen on the podcast.
Oh, I always liked the original.
Right. Sorry to break
I
it to
mean,
you.
people are going to be upset with you, Matt.
I know, right? Yeah. So anyway, go back. Maybe I'm not remembering it right. Maybe I need to go back and listen to our
Yeah,
Leprechaun. I think it's like our third episode is Leprechaun 1, and
I
then
believe so.
about 1 year later we have Leprechaun 2. But I don't even remember Leprechaun 2. But is Clint Howard in Leprechaun 2 at some point? Does he make a cameo? I might have gave Leprechaun 2 2 points. Anyway, uh, to make a long story short, I'm gonna make give Leprechaun 3 a 4 because like Breezy, I'm kind of middle of the road. I liked it a lot better than the first two, but it still's not that great. It still, at the end of the day, is a leprechaun running around talking about gold coins and nuggets.
Yeah, not no, not much people really prefer like Leprechaun when it comes out on TV or whatever platform. They're
Uh-huh.
like, it's whatever. But they'll watch it because it's Warwick Davis.
Yep. Everyone loves Warwick Davis,
Oh
and
yeah,
for good reason, deservedly so. I would just rather watch Willow again.
Willow.
Willow, yeah.
I'd rather watch, well, if it's Warwick Davis, I'd rather watch Ewoks.
Oh, there you go. Which one? The one with Wilford Brimley or the other one?
Both.
Oh yeah, they're both awesome. The
Hmm.
one where the kid's mad because he got the rock and he's like Charlie Brown. He's like, I got a rock. And then later on it hatches into the little
Yep.
wormy thing, bug that goes.
Yeah, I love Ewoks. Both,
Yeah.
both of them.
Yep. So watch that. And then watch Leprechaun. And then you'll be a true Warwick Davis fan.
Yep.
Um, other than that,
Oh, don't
anything.
forget Harry Potter too. He was in there
Oh,
too.
that's right. He's Professor Flitwick or Fitwicks
Yeah,
or
I think
something
so.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Good point. All right. Anything else about Leprechaun 3?
No, do you?
No, I don't. All right.
Hope you're not feeling lucky yet.
Yeah. So, with that, we'll call her good on this episode, but thank you so much for listening. We're getting a lot of listens on Spotify, so thank you so much for that. And
And happy St. Patrick's Day.
happy St. Patrick's Day and happy Friday the 13th is tomorrow. I'm wearing a Jason shirt for those of you
Oh, wow, again.
watching on YouTube. And please like, share, and subscribe, and tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your boss that you love Talk Bloody to me. See what he says, or she. Who knows? Maybe you'll
Yeah.
get a raise. You never know. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.